Autumn.
All right, David.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I would like walk up and make this performance video.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mackenzie Emig, and I am truly honored to be standing before you representing my class today. I'd like to officially welcome you all to Dover Area High School's graduation ceremony for the class of 2022. We finally made it. I first want to start off by saying a huge thank you to the school board, our administration, teachers, parents, loved ones, and especially my fellow graduates for making our high school careers as enjoyable as they were. We're here today to celebrate our accomplishments and our endurance throughout the many setbacks we've faced. And as we are entering a new phase of our lives, I'd like to take a moment to reflect on our time here at Dover. Let's think back on the last 4 years of high school and all of the exhilarating events we've experienced, like dodging Mr. Hoover rollerblading in a turkey costume for Thanksgiving, the Army recruiters supplying the pull-up bar for entertainment at lunch, the cheesy jokes of the day on the morning announcements, and we can't forget that we were finally able to have a normal school year. We can see each other's faces again, have school dances, and participate in all of the events we might have missed out on the last 2 years. With this being said, I also want to address all of the hardships we've overcome. I mean, come on, we graduated during an entire pandemic. We persevered through the unthinkable, making our class motto, minor setback for a major comeback, extremely fitting. Now we are the generation of hope, motivation, and diligence. Now if there's absolutely nothing you remember from today, I want you to remember this. Your parents are extremely proud of you. They've probably been waiting most of your life for you to walk across this stage and receive your high school diploma. So graduates, remember, today would be the best possible time to ask your parents for money. Besides this fact, above all, I'd like to truly congratulate each and every one of you for never giving up throughout elementary school when we easily made friends and fought over crayons, through middle school when we had our trials and errors and learned more about ourselves, and through high school when we started worrying about becoming adults in the real world. We did it. We endured all the trials and tribulations and successes and celebrations. And today is the day to not only look back, but look forward. Your future awaits. Good luck to you in all your future endeavors, and always remember that no matter where you end up, Dover will greet you with open arms when you come back. You will always be a part of Dover, so take today to cherish and celebrate all of your accomplishments here. Welcome again to the graduation of the class of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, Mackenzie, for that beautiful welcome. Good morning, Dover. Superintendent Dr. Cartwright, high school principal Mrs. Fezzik, members of the administration and the faculty, members of the school board, friends and family of the class of 22, and the graduates of class of 22. My name is Bradley Jacobs. I'm president of the Dover class of 1962. It is indeed an honor. Thank you. It is indeed an honor for me to be able to participate in this special day with the class of 2022. My high school class has just celebrated our 60th reunion this past month. I had spoken 10 years ago to the Dover class of 2012 graduates, and I understand that the 2022 class officers received a copy of my remarks from that 2012 address and asked that I have a role in their graduation ceremony today. The class of 62 is honored to share this day with you, and yes, we are still Dover proud. May 28, 1962, 60 years ago, my classmates and I experienced what you're experiencing today that you will never forget as you pursue your future. The June 1962 edition of the Dover High Gazette reported that our class was the largest class to ever graduate from Dover. We had 103 graduates. Dover School District has certainly changed from the humble schools we attended in the early 1950s. There were several 1- and 2-room schools throughout the school district. A personal story. My first grade at Amy's 1-room school that had 6 grades, I was the only student in first grade. And my classmates remind me to this day that was the only time that I was number 1 in our class. There's some truth to that statement. In 2nd grade, I had some competition. 2 students joined me in 2nd grade. Our class then attended 3rd grade at the new elementary school on East Canal Road. Your class advisors asked if I would speak a few words on servant leadership and service. I want to share some words from 2 books in my personal library that has guided me over my 40 years of public service and may help you in the future. Robert Greenleaf's book titled Servant Leadership details a valuable insight into what leaders should really be like and how those leaders should contribute their special talents to an organization. At the first term of the term of servant leader seems to be a logical and contradiction. A servant leader is one who has an attitude to serve, uses good principles and values, and will trust and in turn be trusted. The diploma that you will receive today is a trust document, empowering that you will be trusted to do good things in the future. Winston Churchill stated leadership in this way, and I quote, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give," end of quote. As a servant leader, you will inspire, help, and build up people, and be very compassionate and caring and persuading people with a gentle hand. You will also be a dreamer, a visionary, be creative, and be innovative in your chosen profession. I urge you to become a servant leader in your future endeavor and lead with purpose and leave a legacy for those that follow you. The second book from my library was written by Howard Ferguson, a high school wrestling coach in Ohio, and his book is titled The Edge. which describes a proven game plan to personal success formula in these 6 words. Hard work makes dreams come true. That is how you get the edge in your life. Those 6 words got you here today, and they will take you to your future successes. If there's anything you remember from my remarks today, I hope it's those 6 words. Hard work makes dreams come true. Success has no shortcuts. To succeed, you have to go out and make your own luck. To do that, you have to work harder to get that edge. The edge gives you the confidence to succeed. You have to believe in yourself and have self-confidence and keep asking yourself, am I doing the very best I possibly can, and am I doing it every day? Take time and pause to reflect, but never rest on your laurels. For as much as you have achieved, you have to be aware of how much there is still to do. Build a solid character foundation that includes honesty, loyalty, respect, unselfishness, and set goals. For without them, you will flounder around like the cliche, a ship without a rudder. Just because you are leaving Dover High School with a diploma today does not mean the learning is over. With desire, determination, and dedication, you will reach your goals. Now a few words to your parents. Slowly, you have to accept the fact that your sons and daughters also have wings. And as hard as that is, you have to find a balance between keeping them close to your hearts while at the same time being able to let them go. My wife and I had some experience with that when our son left for college. It's hard, it's difficult, and I wish you the best in that challenge. To close my remarks, I'd like to focus on the selflessness of service and introduce those students who have chosen to serve our country enlisting in a branch of the armed forces. As a former commissioned officer in the Pennsylvania Army National Guard, and now I'm General Chairman of the Dover High School Veterans Memorial Project, I work with the Dover School District Administration and school board directors to establish a Veterans Memorial at the new high school. The administration and school board approved the Veterans Memorial Project, and in 2019 a committee was formed to start the design, planning, and fundraising. And of course we know what hit us in 2020, the COVID pandemic, which put a 2-year pause on our fundraising efforts. The Dover High School Veterans Memorial is dedicated to honor and in recognition of all veterans whose service to our nation keeps us free, and to thank for their patriotism and military service, answering the call to put our country, community, and family first. The memorial will allow teachers to add personal names and stories to the historical significance of America's conflicts by incorporating veterans into their education plans. It is intended the Veterans Memorial will enhance students' interest in genuine civic engagement and public service, both so desperately needed today. This Veterans Memorial Project will ensure that, and I quote, every day could be Veterans Day in Dover, end of quote. In short, we believe this memorial will serve various roles in the Dover community. And to date, we have raised $101,939. And we are continuing the fundraising to be able to build the memorial. If you are interested in contributing toward the project, you can go to the Dover Eagle Foundation, a 501c3 website, dovereaglefoundation.com for more information. America owes a great debt of gratitude to all those who will serve and have served. They chose to do what is and is necessary to preserve our freedoms. It is easy to take for granted those freedoms guaranteed in our Constitution. The freedom from tyranny and oppression, and the freedom to voice our opinions were fought for by the American veterans who gave of their time and sometimes their lives to guarantee our way of life. It is now my honor to introduce the 2022 graduates who will be enlisting in the military. Would those graduates please stand as I announce the branch that you will be joining? Army, Navy, Air Force. Stay standing, please. Stay standing. Coast Guard, National Guard. Thank you. Please stay standing. Now I ask all the veterans in attendance today to please stand. It is with heartfelt gratitude that we acknowledge and support these brave men and women. So let us reflect on those freedoms we enjoy and thank all veterans for their service to our country. Congratulations, Class of 22, for working hard, believing in yourself, following your heart, your faith, and your conscience to this outstanding achievement today. God bless our graduates, their families and friends, our veterans, and God bless America. Thank you.
Good morning, Dover. My name is Cole Rowlands, and I'm the class historian of this beautiful and accomplished class seated before me. Today, I'm here to acknowledge those who have received Latin honors and CTE accomplishments in their time here in Dover. Upon entering this high school, and what seems like an eternity ago, I heard something that would resonate with me ever since. The saying, winners find a way to win. Winners to me are people that push themselves past the basic standards required of them. Winners are those who put in the extra hours to inch closer and closer to their end goal, knowing that their blood, sweat, and tears that they have sacrificed will one day pay off. I believe that each and every member of this esteemed graduating class are in many ways winners, just by earning the right to walk the stage this morning. It will now be my honor to recognize those that rose above the task of graduation alone and work day in and day out to earn these academic honors. I would first like to recognize the 58 Dover students who have achieved CTE certification. If you're one of these students, please stand. Please remain standing as I go over what you have accomplished. 54 of these students from the 2022 senior class completed one of our 10 CTE programs by taking the National Occupation Testing Institute, or NOCTI exam. 2 students completed a career pathway in art, and 2 students additionally completed a career pathway in health science service. These students have finished the proper coursework to earn industry-based skill sets, along with taking their academic coursework. Besides the NOCTI industry credential, this senior class has also earned an additional 40 industry-specific credentials in Adobe, OSHA, CPR, Microsoft Office, IT, networking, and cybersecurity. 40 students had the opportunity to participate in work-based co-ops and internships throughout this school year. 9 of this year's graduates will be starting their next chapter of life by entering apprenticeship programs or a workforce with the following companies: CBRE, Spengler & Boyer, LCDM Company, Mercury Electronics, Irvine Services, AutoZone, and Sturmer Farms. There are multiple students from this group of 58 going on to post-secondary institutions. We wish all of these students the best of luck in their new jobs, apprenticeships, or post-secondary school/training. Please give these individuals a round of applause for their accomplishments. You may be seated. I would now be congratulating students who have achieved cum laude designation. If you receive this resignation, please stand. It means you have a red cord. There we go. Cum laude students have received a GPA of 87% or higher. Congratulations, you may be seated. I will now be congratulating students who have received Magna Cum Laude designation. If you have received this recognition, please stand. Magna Cum... Hold on. Silver cord. Magna Cum Laude students have achieved a GPA of 92% or higher. Congratulations, you may be seated. Finally, I will be congratulating students receiving Summa Cum Laude designation. If you have received this recognition, please stand. They figured that one out. All right. This is the highest distinction given to a graduate and requires a GPA of 97% or higher. Congratulations to those receiving this award. You may be seated. Let us celebrate not only the efforts of these hardworking students, but the efforts of the parents, teachers, faculty, and staff in the audience who have helped these distinguished graduates along their journey towards their future. Thank you, Dover.
Yep. Oh, that's loud. All right. I got the class poem for you guys. Ryan, get closer to the mic. All right. What's all the commotion? 13 years of going through the motions, an ocean of tears from our loved ones overflowing, and all this time, have we even noticed? Our passerbyers are modifiers to move us from pacifiers to college flyers, holding us tighter through the blistering fire and trying the lighter to make us fighters. Teachers preach their course in the meaning. We sleep through the class and the constant repeating. But think, why are they equation completing and Renaissance reading? To be and treat the seed that leads you to succeeding. The walls of the halls in time have changed. Elementary to middle to high, none the same. Yet they've all witnessed our brains gain and maintain, all guided our path to this marvelous main stage. From first day jitters to last day shivers. Late night submissions where the wire couldn't be thinner. We have fallen on our face, but fought back to be winners. So it's time to let go of the school drama and don't be bitter. The stakes have been raised and couldn't be bigger. Our future is now. It's time to deliver. Let's do it for us. Let's do it together. Let's start our own legacy and live forever. That's it.
Good morning, graduates, and congratulations. It is my privilege to extend a heartfelt welcome to all of you who are here to celebrate this special moment with our class. Today is a day to celebrate with friends and family who have been waiting since you entered kindergarten 13 long years ago. I am Shelby Ott, class secretary for our class of 2022, and I am here to introduce our class's salutatorian. The salutatorian is the second highest ranking student within a class. This student has strived through all the hard work and has devoted hours of dedication to their grades, as this is not an easy accomplishment to receive. This student has involved herself in many extracurricular activities, including president of Project Harmony, secretary of SAD, a member of NHS marching band, and is an editor for the Dover Dispatch, while also including her many volunteer hours for Letters Against Depression. Yet with all of these activities, she has still made her mark as the salutatorian for the class of 2022. In fact, she has accelerated her coursework and skipped a grade and still became salutatorian. And after all of her hard work, it has finally paid off. I am proud to announce our class of 2022 salutatorian to be Amani Unharry White.
Thank you, Shelby. It is a pleasure to be standing before all of you today. We have been waiting for this moment for so long, and we are finally here. And it's almost unbelievable. It's surreal even. When I got into high school, my goal was to get out as quickly as possible. And I did that. I graduated early against the advice of my parents and advisors because I was so eager to get these few short years over so my life could really start. And since I was so eager to leave high school, I didn't care for sentimentality. I didn't fuss over senior nights or these major first and lasts. I even had to be convinced and sometimes even begged to go to prom and homecoming. Being a senior didn't matter to me. Only leaving and starting my life, and by extension, my career did. High school was just an awkward limbo to me. Just a few years that didn't matter, a scintilla that paled in comparison to the burning star that was my future. But it's only recently that I realized how damaging this anxious, ambitious mindset is. because I failed to understand that there's not one exact point where my life starts to matter. I was waiting to move on, to get to college, to the college I wanted, to move to the city I wanted to. I was putting my life on hold for all of these factors because I thought they would finally make me feel satisfied. But living like that, constantly waiting for something bigger, more interesting, more exciting, wouldn't leave me satisfied. It wouldn't leave anyone satisfied. Living like that puts us in a constant state of chasing. And when we are chasing, we often forget to stop, take breaks, and breathe. See, for these past few years, I haven't been breathing. And of course, my lungs didn't stop pumping oxygen, but I still wasn't breathing. I didn't allow myself time to sit and let the air flow through me like a summer breeze rustling leaves of a tree. And looking back, I wish I had, because there were so many simple moments that I should have cherished that I didn't, because I was so entrenched in the idea that I could not enjoy my life until I was in the right place. So entrenched in the idea that I couldn't enjoy my life until it was perfect. But my life was perfect. It is perfect. I'm right where I'm supposed to be, because every tear that has left my eyelids and every laugh that has left my diaphragm has led me here, and I should have savored every moment. So I'm saying thank you to the memories that are forever instilled in a lockbox in my brain, and to the memories that have faded like the waning moon. I'm saying thank you to everything and everyone that I have found and lost in my chase. And I'm also saying sorry to myself. Sorry to myself for not letting myself experience joy. Sorry to myself for ignoring the little moments. Sorry to myself for not allowing myself to breathe. And I'm saying sorry to everyone else like me who was always chasing and lost so much in the process because we thought that our life couldn't be enjoyable or didn't start until it was adjacent to heaven. But it's not all bad, because chasing got us here. And I'm so immensely proud and happy to be on the stage in front of all of you. But sometimes I just wish that I could have taken a deep breath a few times, because life didn't wait for me. It doesn't wait for anyone. So why should we wait for it? Thank you.
Good morning, friends, family, teachers, faculty, graduates, everyone here celebrating the great accomplishment that our class has achieved. I am CJ Morris, the class of 2022 Vice President. I have been given the distinguished honor to introduce to you all today the class of 2022 Valedictorian. In order to become valedictorian, it takes years of hard effort and dedication to success, and this student was no stranger to doing such. Over the years, our class has had to overcome a number of obstacles. A global pandemic, having to adjust to an entire new building, walking across the school and seeing a bathroom closed sign on the bathroom door, and so much more. Throughout all of the hardships we have faced, this individual never let a bathroom closed sign stop him from doing what he needed to do. Yeah. This student was involved in a wide variety of activities throughout his tenure in high school. He was involved in National Honor Society as his secretary, Habitudes, Eagle Ambassadors, Marching Band, Standard 12, the Drama Department, District 7 PME Vocal Jazz Ensemble, and many more. Throughout all of these activities and his plethora of advanced classes, he has still managed to maintain an astonishing 4.3 grade point average. Whether he was in one of his several AP classes, on the big stage performing, or making music, he always gave 100% at what he did. The energy he gave never went unnoticed, as he was voted most likely to succeed in our class. This, combined with his never-ending positive energy, certainly motivated all of us to give our best efforts in what we do. Alan, Liza, Miss Erin, I know all three of you must be very proud of your son and brother for what he's been able to accomplish throughout his time here in the high school. I thank you for raising such a commendable and well-rounded individual that I and the rest of us here have had the privilege of calling a friend. And now, I am beyond pleased to announce to everyone here today the class of 2022 valedictorian as Jared Espiritu.
Thank you, Cameron. Good morning, graduates, teachers, administration, board members, parents, and friends. I'm Jared Espiritu, and I have the honor of being the class of 2022's valedictorian. For a short introduction, there are probably two ways you know me. You're either one of my many fantastic friends and acquaintances, Or you know me as the Asian kid with the last name people just couldn't pronounce for the past couple of years. And what great years they were. That period of time before high school feels like a lifetime ago. I still have a hard time believing that the little rascals I shared in elementary and middle school with are the same kids sitting in front of me today. Those years were innocently simple, filled with things like study islands, bloodthirsty foursquare matches, trips to places like BizTown or DC, fitness gram pacer tests, cool math games, and us wondering what in the world this mysterious thing called puberty was. Our dreams of the future were big, while our perspective of the world was small. Little did we know that high school would change everything. Our high school journey had a pretty good start during our freshman year and the first half of our sophomore year. Yeah, those years were a little awkward, but what else did we expect? Tragically, during the second half of our sophomore year, the world and our lives came to a screeching halt as the COVID-19 pandemic spread across the globe. When we didn't go back to school, nothing was the same. Even the building we returned to was different. Classes were sometimes online, seats were spaced out, masks were worn, and hallways were one way. And I know you guys love those one-way hallways. While I still enjoyed my sophomore and junior years, I know that they were never able to reach their full potential because of COVID. But, as our senior motto says, this minor setback would make way for a major comeback, because our senior year truly felt like it was one of the best years this school has ever seen. From beginning to end, this year was filled with iconic memories, too many to list off in one speech. Yeah, there was that weird carpool karaoke thing with the teachers that we watched on the first day, but everything after that was a blast. To start off, as a good friend told me, it felt amazing for the Friday night lights to shine on a crowded football stadium as our team scored a narrow victory in their first game. Homecoming was such a fun time that even Mr. Eschbach joined in on the dancing. Football senior night, as expected, was both an emotional and exciting time for us all. So exciting that the announcer read the seniors' names a little too fast. We managed to get one last taste of football during our Powder Puff game, where MVP Sierra Miller led the senior and freshman team to victory with several saucy touchdowns. Our passionate student section kept the school spirit hot in support of our winter sports, most notably during a fantastic boys basketball win on their senior night. In March, the drama and music department put on their outstanding production of The Little Mermaid, where we all got to see Ronan Maley play a character that finally matched his hair color. During DECA's hard-earned trip to Atlanta, Minithon came back, and we even managed to beat the previous record of money raised, so kudos to you guys for that. Speaking of Minithon, we held a man pageant a few weeks before that night to choose a Mr. Dover. For just the price of $2, we saw events such as some stand-up comedy, a magic show / promposal, a Rubik's Cube solving session, and last, but most definitely not least, a show-stopping Jimi Hendrix rock concert, courtesy of one Jacob Daniel Seaver. Then there was prom. And finally, we took our senior trip to the Pocono Valley Resort, which turned out to be better than expected. Of course, this school year wasn't completely perfect, but it more than made up for the past 2 years. And I'm grateful I got to experience it with such incredible people. First of all, I'd like to give a shout out to our underclassmen, our juniors, our sophomores, and our freshmen. As we neared the year's end, I couldn't help but think, who will pick up where the seniors left off? Who will be the next star athlete, all-star athlete, or musician? The next champion of school spirit? The next student that will drive Mr. Spar crazy? All of those questions have already been answered, because you, the underclassmen, have walked hand in hand with us from the day you started sharing our halls. You all not only shared the same building with us, but every setback, every accomplishment, every low, and every high. No matter what the school changes and does in the coming years, I know that the future of the student body is in good hands. Shout out to the adults in our life, to our teachers, who not only taught us our subjects, but so much more, and to our parents, who for 18 years took time out of their lives to help us with ours. All of you helped us realize our untapped potential and offered advice for both school and life. You were the Uncle Iroh to our Zuko, albeit with less tea and more coffee. You helped us look inward and ask ourselves the big questions of who we were and what we wanted. With your help, we were able to answer those questions so that we could be the people sitting here today. And finally, shout out to our seniors, especially those we consider friends. You carried us up at our lowest and kept us soaring through the clouds at our highest. We're the closest thing many of us have to a second family, bound together by everything but blood. I mean, we even fight like family. Just take a look at the senior prank group chat for those of you who haven't left. But also like family. When the cards were down, we were there for each other. Wherever you guys find yourselves a few months from now, a university, a trade school, a barracks, a factory, or even your parents' house, no judgment, you're going to be heading into a brave new world, and I wish you all the best of luck in finding your place in it. Going into that new world means saying goodbye to Dover. While it's great that we're graduating and moving on to bigger things, today isn't one of those happy goodbyes, at least for most of us. But you know what? Be happy that you're crying. Be happy that you're sad. Be happy that throughout these past 12 years, something reached out through the cold, miserable gloom of the 21st century and made you feel something, made you feel alive, made you human. The thrill of getting our first car, the first and last times you hear that cheering crowd in the football stadium or auditorium, the lunchtime conversations, Carlos Sanchez telling his silly jokes on the announcements, the iconic laughter of people like CJ Morris and Grace Benton drowning out any other sounds, Kev Gurn and Colin Whitehead's W photos, and the late-night weekend hangouts with our friends that made us all sleep-deprived. All these memories, and so many more, meant the world to us. Even if we didn't realize it, I'll miss them dearly, but the fact that I miss them at all comforts me, because it tells me that these years haven't been a waste of time. I know that I'm not alone in thinking that. And look on the bright side. You have so many decades to make some new memories that'll be just as good, if not better, than the ones from high school. But just like in high school, don't procrastinate. I know that adulthood seems like it'll take forever, but you know what else can take forever? This speech. But also, the minutes of waiting for that final bell at the end of the day. The days leading up to a long-awaited holiday or summer break. And the years of the lovely but fleeting time that was our childhood. And just like that, it's almost time to say goodbye. An inevitable yet bittersweet goodbye. One might think of this as a burden, but I think it's rather a blessing. And my thoughts are echoed perfectly in this quote I plucked from Winnie the Pooh. Disclaimer, despite what the internet says, he didn't actually say this, but just bear with me and pretend that he did. The quote goes, "How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard." In that case, I think I speak not just for myself, but for everyone here when I say that we are some of the luckiest people in the world. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Carly McDowell, and I am the treasurer for the class of 2022. Today, I have the privilege of presenting the 2022 senior class gift. A senior class gift allows us to honor our past at Dover Area High School while also leaving a legacy for future students. We wanted to leave something that future graduating classes could use as a way to connect with those who came before them. However, we also wanted to bring a new tradition with the new high school. With that being said, I am thrilled to announce that our gift this year is a boulder. It will be placed outside the turf field so that students can see and access it when coming to events on the high school turf. It will be available for future graduating classes to paint for special occasions like homecoming, senior nights, prom, graduation, and more. The boulder will be a feature that students can use to make their mark on the school, celebrating accomplishments, triumphs, and memories. The boulder allows us to stay connected with the graduating classes for years to come. We are so honored that past graduating classes still come back to celebrate the accomplishments of the graduates of Dover Area High School. No matter where we all go, we will always be connected here, at this high school, at this moment. Thank you.
Good morning. I was back and forth about what to say today, and I'm not the world's best public speaker, so please be patient and we'll give it a go. I stand in front of you as a Dover graduate myself, but definitely not the first graduate choice most of my Dover teachers would have picked to give a graduation speech. My roughest year was 8th grade. I was in all kinds of trouble. Probably my most memorable was my little experiment in Mr. Franco's science class. We were ready to take a quiz, and before the quiz started, I was chatting to my friend Isaac about the tweezers sitting on the lab tray in front of us. In my infinite wisdom, I declared that if the tips of them just grazed the outlet situated between us on the lab table, they wouldn't spark. Isaac argued otherwise. I laid down the dare that I would ask to go to the bathroom after I turned in my quiz, and when I returned, if the tweezers were there, I would test out my theory. Sure enough, I went to the bathroom, and the tweezers were there when I got back. True to my word, I stuck one end of the tweezers in. Nothing. I carefully brought the second end to the outlet, keeping in mind that the quiz was still going on in class, and as soon as it made contact, my science class had quite the 4th of July show. Mr. Franco and my parents were not too impressed, and I remember Assistant Principal Mr. Long yelling at me in his office while waving a set of singed tweezers in my face. I would go on to get detentions and even ISS for other stupid behaviors that I had justly deserved. 8th grade was not a good year for me. Now I teach 8th grade. I love teaching 8th grade. While trying to think what to say to you, it dawned on me that I had no clue what I was going to do when I graduated high school. I didn't even know what I was looking for, while many of my friends and classmates seemed to have it all figured out. I'm much older, but my guess is that some of you may feel the same as I did many years ago. Find what you are looking for in life, even if it doesn't happen right away, or even if you don't know what you're looking for. As you leave Dover, some of you may be ready to enter the workforce with a job already lined up, while others of you may have the perfect college or tech school picked out before you move on to a successful career. Some of you may have chosen to serve our country, and it's greatly appreciated. Still, others may find themselves not having the slightest inkling to what to do, and that's okay. If you're in the first few groups I mentioned, don't tune me out just yet. There are those of you that have chosen your path, and that will be the case until the day you retire. More power to you. Some of those have it figured out today. You'll find out later you want to change or even need to change down the road, and that's okay. Sometimes we have to go through life's trials and errors, and most of the time we come out better for it. Some of you may start life out of high school knowing what you do not want to do. Again, totally acceptable. Some of you may be in situations beyond your control where you're helping others and you're stuck living someone else's life and not your own. Don't quit finding what you're looking for. Life's giving you a detour, and detours often give you a new perspective. Regardless of where you fall, keep your eyes out for what you're looking for. What if you're not sure what you're looking for? With whom can you seek advice and counsel? Your parents and family have known your entire life. They know your unabated hopes and fears from your earliest day, so they may have some insight. Plus, they also changed your diapers, so they may know more about you than you want to admit. Look around you. While you and your friends may be taking separate paths, they're still your friends, and they've been with you through the good times and the bad. Heck, they may be in the same boat as you. Continue to lean on each other and carry each other. Today, you are now alumni, but your teachers, coaches, advisors' doors are always open if you need to chat. We still have an untaught lesson or two that could be beneficial for you. Last, but definitely not least, pray. Pray to help find what you're looking for. Matthew 7:7 says, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be opened for you." While you are on this path that becomes your adult life, there are a few requests this older generation asks of you. Respect everyone you meet in life. You won't always know a person's backstory and what he or she may be going through, so offer them some respect. Mean what you say and say what you mean. Your reputation is only as good as your word. Regardless of what you do or who you are, be a productive member of society. The world needs more givers and fewer takers. No BS when you encounter it, and avoid it. Sometimes we practice this through trial and error. If and when the kids arrive, remember, they're kids and they're counting on you. This may be a detour, but not an end to finding what you're looking for. Be the parent. Smile and laugh as much as you can. Life is hard enough. And lastly, when you find what you're looking for and you truly know, don't let anyone try to deter you from what you found. It's your life, not theirs. You've been most likely told that to enjoy your high school years, that they go fast. Some of you probably by me. It should only keep getting better, but only if you find what you're looking for. Don't worry if others find it faster than you, because we're all traveling our own journey. Sometimes it may seem that your life is coming to a grinding halt, while other times it may seem like life is totally passing too quickly. Stay the course, be true to yourself, and find what you are looking for. Best wishes, and God bless the class of 2022.
Should there be a photographer? Is there no photographer?
Wait till everyone's ready.
Okay, we ready? Okay. Here we go. Alexander Thomas Eisenhower.
Cameron J. Morris.
Cole J. Rowlands.
Carly McDowell.
Shelby Lynn Ott. Ryan J. Steinheimer. Mackenzie Ray Emig. Amani Unharry Erica White. Jared P. Espiritu.
I was not looking at his card. I wasn't looking at his card.
Tyler Trapper Adams. Adam Joseph Albin. Colin Lee Albright. Anthony Michael Alfano. Naya Nicole Allen. Jalene E. Almanzar. Mason Allen Anderson. Ashley Dawn Bagnell. Jacob Matthew Baker. Anthony Barrett. Avelina Barone Gonzalez. Azul Bello. Grace R. Benton. Jasmine Bernabe Marcelo. Zoe Jean Billett. Haley Elizabeth Blucher. Samuel Bortner. Jamar Godfrey Bowen. Brooke Bowman. Natalie Ann Boyer. Jenna Elise Brady. Timothy Joseph Brandt. Tyler Julian Brenman. Michaela Jean Brittman. Rahana Brewall.
You gotta get that one.
Brewall.
Brewall.
Brianna Brewall. I want every one of you to shut the fuck up. Audrey Leanne Bush. Ashley Noel Byers. Joshua Michael Byers. Melanie Lee Cabezas.
Hunter Michael Carmen. Yes, sir. Amari Cassiano. Khalil McCurb Chima. Lucas Clark. Bryce R. Klein. Kennedy Coble. Jordan Rebecca Kaufman. Madison Lynn Cole. Victor Manuel Colin Jr. Anthony Colonna. Dominic Avery Cooper.
Isabella Faith Crawford. Kaden Claire Crone. Tyler Cutright. Hannah Davis. Caden Day. Mackenzie Elizabeth DeGroft. Mason Dehaas. Trinity Exila Dayhoff. Tessa Didio Vasquez. Leah DiGiovanni. Joseph Dillon. Avery Dow. Paris Dugan. Caleb Iden. James J. Falcon Jr. Macklin Farr. Kira L. Feezer. Nathan T. Fetro. Michaela Fink. Nicole Fisher. Alyssa Flegel. Connor Lee Fleming. Mackenzie M. Flinchball. Ryan Floyd. Destiny Lamira Ford. Ashlyn E. Forey. Olivia Lynn Folks. Zachary Clay Fox. Ryan D. Fritz. Molly Frock. Caden Geiger. Brianna M. Gilman. Sophia Jafrida. Carly E. Gluck. Levi S. Gobler. Nicholas R. Goodling. Brianna Grimm. Tanner M. Gross. David Groover. Nathaniel Hammock.
Madison Mackenzie Harrington. Jacob J. Hassan. Kelsey J. Hassan. Rosalind Heidler. Jerry Hernandez. Xavier Lee Hill. Yes, sir. Jaden Skylar Hoban. Hannah Joy Hogan. Rowan Elizabeth Holder. Jaden Hoke. Brianna A. Holloway. Abby Jo Halseal. Connor Irvine. Marshall H. Jackson. Jagger T. James. Karina Jimenez Raphael. Isaac R. Jusino. Emma Grace Kennemore. Nicole Catherine Collard. Drake Koski. Timothy Adam Lahr. Brendan Lamparter. Gavin M. Lamparter. Caden Bradley Lang. Austin J. Lebo. Mason H. Leapart. Emily Rose Lipsitz. Connor Robert Livingston. Ronan Maley. Angel Maldonado. Owen Mailhorn. Ava Malashevsky. Deborah Marrero. Claudia Martini. Devin L. Matheson. Kylie McCubbin. Kevin McGurn. Angelique McCrae. Spencer Robert Mefford. Brianna Mejia.
Sierra Dalyu Miller. Haley M. Miller. Kyle Miller. Yeah, Kyle. Rebecca Ann Mitchell. Emily Moyer. Dalton J. Musser. Savannah Musselman. Morgan Myers.
Yeah, Morgan!
Elena Nero. Samantha J. Oliver. Carter Ozuski.
Yeah, Carter!
Dominic Orwick.
Yeah, Dom!
Christian Oliver Paulus. Jaden Daniel Pepple. Raymond Perez Cruz. Kayla Marie Rayburn. Bryn Reed. Dakota J. Reed. Madeline Grace Reed. Devin Reichert. Claricia Yanelis Rivera. Natalie Joy Rivera. Marissa B. Rogers. Jordan Rohrbaugh. Yuritsa Romero. Justin B. Root. Paola Angelique Rosa. Sadie Jane Roser. Adam Ross. Brian C. Roth. Evan Rothrock. Justin Michael Rudisil. Carlos Biglo Sanchez.
Yeah!
Shamari Sanchez. Ronnie R. Sanger. Chase Philip Adam Seeks. Tori Ann Sefchik. Gavin Ray Semple. Hayden Senja. Nicholas Tyler Sarapilia.
Kristen Renee Schellenberger. Oh. Gracie J. Shirey. Jordan Shoup. Jacob Daniel Sieber. Colin Roger Simmons. Kylie J. Sinclair. Emily M. Skelly. Austin Smith. Jaden Smith. Cadence Lane Smith. Oh, of course, of course. Andrew R. Snellbaker. Kylie Lynn Snyder. McCaden B. Snyder. Andrea M. Spala. Dakota Spangler. Christian Donovan Stabley. Levi M. Sturmer. Jordan A. Stewart. Anna Catherine Strickler. Haley Strobel. Caleb Strauss. Rebecca Renee Sutherland. Jordan Thomas. Anthony A. Torres Rutherford. Yanelis Torres Surin. Nicholas Townsend. Dylan Trimmer. Jocelyn Vito. Sorry. Nicholas Chase Warnicki. Gavin Joseph Wells. Emma Winger. Colton Scott Whitehead. Harper Ray Williams. Amelia Elizabeth Wilt. Branston Tyler Whitmer.
Branston.
Riley L. Whitmer. Cameron Jade Wolf. Amber Renee Yutzi. Angelis Mutilito Cristobal. Ziggy Ziegler. Caleb A. Zortman. Matthew Gowan. Kevin Harazo.
Okay, will the class of 2022 please stand? That's you. At this time, Dr. Cartwright, Mr. Eifert, and the rest of the Dover Area School Board of Directors, it is my pleasure and privilege as principal of Dover Area High School to acknowledge that each person before you has met all of the requirements as outlined by the district for graduation. Therefore, I ask all of you to move your tassels from right to left. And with that, you are officially Dover Area High School graduates. You may be seated.
Oh. Hi. Great, now the tassels are more in my face. Good afternoon, Dover. On behalf of the class of 2022, we would like to thank the teachers, friends, and our families. I thank everyone for being here on this very special moment for us seniors. My name is Xander Eisenhower, or your class president. We did it, y'all. Can we cheer for that real quick? Again. We finally did what our parents have told us to do. Graduate so we don't become homeless. Now, I think that was no easy feat. We had to fight hard for our grades, and I mean real hard. Looking back, it seemed like it was only yesterday when we were freshmen. Then we were sophomores, and we received the best principal, in my opinion, Mrs. Fazick. Now, I'll give her credit. I think she did an amazing job making an Instagram page and being on those announcements every single morning, telling us to make it a great day or not. Who would have thought that our sophomore year would get cut short, causing us to lose out on concerts, sports events? COVID affected our way of living and thinking, like going to class on Zoom and having our cameras off to show that we weren't sleeping, even though we all were. But hey, that was just a minor setback for a major comeback. And when we did come back, we came back to a brand new high school. Literally a new building. We also came back to one-way hallways. Man, those were something. Some thought they were annoying because their next class would be right next door, but then they'd have to walk all the way around, causing them to be late. But on the bright side, there wasn't any traffic jams. In our junior year, we were blessed with wonderful dad jokes written by you guys. Just for Carlos to slam a table and laugh sarcastically at it. Like this. What's a tornado's favorite game? What? Twister! Thank you, Carlos. I'd say we did finally hit that major comeback with our senior year. Finally, they got rid of masks and we could all see our wonderful smiles. Amazing sports seasons with Mason Leapart showing his skills off at states. We also had a regular in-person live musical performance with the cast of The Little Mermaid starring plenty of our fellow graduates. We also had that amazing Dover pageant thing where we had guys dress up to impress everyone and where we learned that Jacob Seaver was goated at the guitar. My jaw was dropped. To get more serious, we had a lot of fun throughout these years. We made a lot of wonderful friendships that will last for years, and we will remember every little aphorism from our favorite teachers. Like Mr. James, telling us we'd always be rolling with the big dogs, or Mr. Hoover, Doug, who always told us we cares and that we matter. We had our hard times and had our moments where we had our backs against the walls, but we got back up and continued to push forward. You are a strong group of individuals, and I know that we are going to give it our all so we can all succeed for the future. This is the end, but it's also the start to a new beginning for us seniors, and I wish you all the very best. Make it a great life or not. The choice is yours. Farewell and congratulations. Class of 2022. It's gone.
All right, graduates, find your caps and come back to your seats. We're not done. We're not done. We're not done. We're not done. I told you this is a formal ceremony. We're going to end it that way. While they're taking their seats, truly honored to be the principal of this group of students. We have a wonderful, wonderful student body. but these students' accomplishments and what they have done and what they will go on to do. The community should be truly honored because it's because of all of you that they are who they are. So thank you all. Okay, we're going to process out of here. As we recess out, parents, please remain in the stands or in this area. The graduates will go in and get their diplomas, and then they will meet you back out here. You'll have about 30 minutes on the field if you want to take pictures. Please take your time with your family, but please do not enter the gym at this time. The kids will tell you it's hot, it's cramped. They want to get their diplomas and get back out here to you. So, with that, our officers will lead us in our recession out of the stadium. Oh, I'm sorry. Renaissance. Sorry. Got ahead of myself.
Together.